Hi everyone, my name is Shruti and I've been making K-pop dance covers on YouTube for about 2 years now. I am self-taught and today I'm going to give you some really cool tips that will help you start your K-pop dance journey. Even if you've never danced a single day in your life, this video is for you if you want to start making K-pop dance covers or learn your favorite K-pop choreographies, then please make sure to watch this video till the end. First, I'm going to break down the basic process of how to learn a K-pop choreography, and then I will tell you some tips that will help you improve your K-pop dance skills. So the very first step is what K-pop choreography you select if you're just a beginner. I suggest you start small and build your way up. So instead of your first K-pop dance being something intensely complicated like DNA by BTS or I don't know, some other very complicated choreographies, I suggest you should select something more beginner friendly like TT by Twice, Go Go by BTS, and there are also other beginner friendly K-pop dances that you can start from, and once you've learned a couple of these, your body and your muscles will get used to these movements, and then you can prepare yourself for something more challenging or more complicated. Looking at these really complicated K-pop dances when you're just a beginner can be very intimidating. So I suggest that you select something much easier and beginner friendly. So now that you've selected the choreography that you want to learn, you need to find a mirrored video of the dance on YouTube, or if you can't find an already mirrored video, you can use a mirror tube extension on Chrome and it will mirror any video for you. And if you don't know what a mirrored video means, it's basically any video that has been flipped horizontally so that your right side matches the video's right side and your left side matches the video's left side. It is very important if you want to learn K-pop dances. Otherwise, if you don't learn from a mirrored video, you will probably end up learning everything the opposite way. You don't want that, right? Okay, so now that you've got your mirrored video ready, you would want to learn how to count. And I cannot stress the importance of the 8 count counting method in dance. And it has helped me learn so many K-pop choreographies all by myself. Once I learned how to count, I could learn any K-pop dance by myself without any tutorial. So that's just how important it is. If you're a beginner and you don't know how to figure out the 8 counts in a choreography, then I suggest you start learning K-pop dances by watching some tutorials, and then you will get an idea of how these counts work. Just to give you a general idea, when you're counting music for dance, then there are whole counts which are numbers 1 to 8, and then there are half counts and they are represented by and, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on till 8. And then there are quarter counts and they are represented by letters E and A or A, and it sounds like 1E and a, 2E and a. So it's basically a quarter or 1/4 of a whole count. It might sound very confusing right now, so I'm going to illustrate this with an example. Let's say you want to learn Shutdown by Blackpink. Each choreography is a combination of whole counts, half and quarter counts, and I will show you how I count the music. and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8 and 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. So you always want to start learning from 50% speed or 40% speed, or lower or higher depending on your convenience. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. I can just assign each move to each count or half count or quarter count, and I can also just pause at any count and see what they're doing. 2 and 3. So I just paused at 3 and they have this formation right here. The right hand is going upwards, the left hand is down. So I can pause at each count and see what they are doing very clearly, and it will help me stay accurate. So the next step is always film yourself while practicing. So you have mirrored the video, you also figured out the 8 counts, you learned the moves, and now it's time to drill it over and over again. Practice again and again till you have memorized it correctly. If you're like me and you don't have a huge mirror in your room in which you can see yourself while practicing, then I suggest that you just record yourself on your phone and see what you need to improve or what mistakes you're doing. Check your lines and your angles or your expressions or whatever, because if you record yourself, then you're seeing yourself from a viewer's perspective, which makes it a lot easier to catch your mistakes and improve. So this was the basic step-by-step process of how you can learn a K-pop dance. Now I'm going to talk about some tips that will help you improve your dance skills, and if you like to make K-pop covers like me, how to make your covers look as best as possible. So tip number 1 is always put a good amount of energy in your arms and your forearms and your wrists and your fingers. But this is from my experience learning K-pop dances, that if you put a good amount of energy in your hands and fingers and arms, then it makes the dance look a lot cleaner, and you have more control over your movements instead of when you just let your arms loose and not put a good amount of energy into them. This is a lot helpful in learning girl group choreographies where there are so many detailed hand movements, and it will help you make it look very clean and immaculate. Learn some dance basics. So if you don't have any previous background in dance and you want to learn K-pop dances, then I suggest that you start off by learning some dance basics that are used in a lot of K-pop dances, a lot of choreographies, and it will make it a lot easier for you to learn K-pop dances if you familiarize yourself with some dance basics. You can search these very easily on YouTube. Try starting from learning some basics like isolations, neck isolations. That was not very clean. You can learn some neck isolations, chest isolations, shoulder isolations, hip isolations, some body waves and arm waves, body rolls, some basic footwork. You can search all of these on YouTube. There are plenty of tutorials teaching you how to do these, and once you familiarize yourself with these, then it will make it a lot easier for you to learn the moves that are in K-pop choreographies, because they use a lot of these basic techniques. Facial expressions. So this is something that I also personally struggle with a lot, but I am constantly trying to improve. And No matter how good your dancing is, if you have a blank and emotionless face, then you will probably look like some AI. I know for a fact that when you're just a beginner, it is so hard to get the expressions right because there could be many reasons. You might not be very confident about your dance, and bringing out those expressions is just doesn't happen for you. It doesn't feel very natural or genuine. You might not be comfortable with it, but it's okay because it will get better with time. Trust the process. To improve your facial expressions, you can watch fan cams of K-pop artists while performing and see what kind of expressions they are making and how they become one with the music, and they are having the time of their lives performing the song. And try to learn through imitation and observation. Try to practice your facial expressions while you're practicing the choreography, but just don't overdo it. Don't make it forced or unnatural, and it's okay if your expressions look bland in the beginning. It will get better with time and practice, so just don't worry too much about it. But yeah, try to practice expressions as well. Next step is consistency. So if you want to keep getting better at making K-pop dance covers, or probably performing K-pop dance somewhere at school or anywhere, I don't know, then you have to be consistent. You have to take out some time out of your day, every day or every other day, or whatever schedule works for you, and try to practice regularly. Even if it's just for a small amount of time, try to be very consistent. And I think the best way to stay consistent is by recording your K-pop dance journey and keeping a track of it, so that you can always look back and see how well you've improved. And you can do this by starting a K-pop dance cover channel like I did, or you can start an Instagram page where you post your K-pop dance covers. You can, if you're not comfortable with showing it to uh, other people, then you can keep it private, or you can make it public. It's really up to you. However, I do want to mention that don't push yourself too hard just be consistent. Don't sacrifice your other priorities like school or social life just to get better at K-pop dance. You just have to take out some amount of time every day to practice, and it's totally okay if you miss a couple of days. You can always get back on track the next day. Don't worry too much about it. Just try to be consistent if this is something that you really want to do. And if you want to start a K-pop dance cover channel, and you have some inhibitions in your head, like people are gonna make fun of me, or I want to do it but I'm not confident, or what will my teacher say, what will my grandma say, what will my friend say. You have to really get past that mental barrier, and once you do it, you will realize that it was all in your head, and it's okay. Just do whatever you want. Life is short. We are only here for a small amount of time, so we'd better do the things that we love. Do not compare yourself with others. Especially, I don't think I'd have to mention this, but I'm still mentioning it. Do not ever compare yourself to K-pop artists, and don't feel sad if you are not able to execute the choreography exactly like them. They have had professional training for years and years, and they have choreographers who guide them and explain them everything step by step. They have all that professional guidance and resources, so it is not good to compare yourselves with them and feel disappointed if we are not able to execute the choreography exactly like the K-pop artist. And yeah, do not compare yourself, only compare yourself with yourself, if you know what I mean. Try to be better than your yesterday's self. It's all about the process, it's all about the journey, and yeah, learn to enjoy the process and have fun. Don't worry too much about it. This is something that you like to do, which is why you clicked on this video and you wanted to learn something about it. So yeah, just trust the process and have fun with it. So these were some tips that I had for you today to help you achieve your K-pop dance goals. And if you have any questions, then please leave them in the comments below and let me know if you like this video and you want to see more of such tutorial kind of videos in the future. And I wish you all the best. I will see you in my next video. Bye.